up, you guys? It's Mary.
And Amma.
You want you guys to like,
Subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below because today we are on season 8, episode 6 of Sister Wives, and
Yes.
we are going to get right into it, you
Apparently,
guys.
the students are still there, actually. They did not leave yet.
Yeah.
This episode. So Solomon needs some dental work. I just wondered, what dental work does he need that he has to be put under at the age of 2? Probably juices that he's being given. You know, it's so easy for young children to have like rotten teeth.
He has rotten teeth?
I don't know why the boy needs dental work at 2, but I'm just telling people out there, don't serve your kids juices from those juice box. They have way too much sugar. Don't do that, and certainly you should not give any child, I just think in their growing years, do not give them soda either. So, because that can cause, tooth decay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, Christine's mom is now at Christine's house. And she said that one of the grandchildren asked her, Grandma, how long did it take you from when you left? How long did it take you to just have a sense of who you were?
Oh,
And she
that.
said, one of them asked, and she said it took her 15 years
Wow.
to just get to a sense of self. And you guys remember, she got married at 17, left him at 28, and it wasn't until she was about 43 that she began to regain a sense of self. But usually in your 40s, that's when you really begin to have a sense of self, actually. I did not know that there was a book out called Becoming a Sister Wife. It was written by them.
By who?
By the Brown family.
What?
Yeah, and that's what the anthropology students were looking at. So they asked Janelle, we heard, we read in the book that you had this problem with Mary. You had a lot of struggles. Could you tell us more about it? And Janelle said to Antoinette, she said that, in the past, Mary has extended olive branches to her many times. And all the times Mary came to her, she always pushed her away and was like, no. Always rejected it. But she has been thinking, and she doesn't know if it's because now she's getting older, or she cherishes the sister wives more. She says that she has been thinking about getting closer to Mary and actually going to her and extending an olive branch. And she wants to do it before New Year's Day.
I found the book. TLC.
Oh, wow.
That's the book, y'all.
Oh, wow.
It's actually a book out on Amazon.
Wow.
I'm shocked.
And Janelle also said that when she became a sister wife, she said the thing that saved her marriage is when she and Kody had separate checkbooks. Because she likes that autonomy to do things
without having to talk to a man about it first.
And she has even, because she has told us in the past she likes to go to movies. Now, if you had a joint account with Kody, he gonna ask you, well, I see you went to the movies. What day was this? Did you go to work? And then you say, well, I went to movies after work. Why? You needed to be home so you could help Christine. Or something, So Janelle is even one, like when they're traveling and they're taking cars, she likes to take her own car. Because she's like, I just want to be able to leave if I need to leave. I don't want to depend on anybody.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So anyhow, Mariah came home. And remember, Mariah was the one who was very adamant that she was going to be in a plural family. Now, she has decided, remember when she said she wanted to be a doctor? And I was thinking, I hope she has a husband that allows her to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Well, now she has decided to become a physician assistant instead. And one of the students were asking her, well, you're going to be making a lot of, what if you're making more money than your husband? Husband is not going to want that, what do you think about that? And she kind of just said, like, when that time comes, she'll deal with it. So that could be a possibility.
I think that I honestly, I don't feel like any woman should sit here and don't go for some man who's broke. I just don't understand why this is so common.
Yeah.
That men do not have money. And now you want to tell her that she should have a job that pays less so that she does not make her man feel insecure.
Yeah.
Can we shoot for the stars and not for the dirt underneath the vermin?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Because the man should be making more money. He
Exactly.
should be, not that, like, even if you are making like 6 or 8 figures, that man should be trying to make at least 9 to 10 figures. Yeah. That's just how I feel. Don't go and get somebody who is beneath your like station or level or whatever.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Because then he'll always resent you for
he'll
being
always,
higher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially in a plural marriage where the man is the one who's the leader.
You know
what I'm saying? And what he says goes. And so Kody says, so they asked her, is there a certain position you would like to be as a wife in this plural marriage? And she said, well, I mean, even if I'm the 3rd or 5th wife. And Kody was like, 3rd or 5th wife? And she's like, no, I'm just saying. And Kody said, I think that, and I will encourage my children to all go and have long courtships before they get married. And so now he says so in the confessional, and Mary was like, I wish I had a longer courtship. And Kody said, well, yeah, I just think that a longer courtship will help you have a better relationship. And Christine was just like... I think
that was shade, though, because Robin and him have had the longest courtship he's ever had.
Yes, they were like for a year. And so Christine just said, like, go to hell.
In the confessional.
She said so to him and in front of all the wives. Yeah, just go to hell. You know, because why would you say something like that? Our relationship was good for a while. I mean, except
Robin
for
came
recently. You know, she's like, well, we had years of a good relationship. So why would you even say that? Because they didn't have any courtship at all, she and Kody. She made her intentions known, and they were married. You know, Mary was like, Christine had such a crush on Kody. And remember, Christine had been listening to the stories for years.
Yeah.
About Kody and Mary. So she already knew what she wanted.
Well, the thing is, you can't be listening to the stories that you hear because you really don't know what that marriage is like. That's why you should do courting, and you should really see how that whole thing goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But also, I feel like, the whole thing with Christine and Kody, her having a crush on him, it's kind of like when you have always kind of imagined yourself with somebody, you have a crush on them for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then it's like, that opportunity finally presents itself. You're kind of like you kind of have like this naivete about that person and who they really are.
Yeah.
So it is important to go ahead and court because you really don't know that person. You just know what people have seen. But, I mean, look at Mary. She looks stressed and twice her age. So it is not always peaches and creams what you hear about people.
Yeah. So it was in this episode that the students asked Robin that they noticed that Kody spends a lot of time with Solomon. And she would say, and not with the middle school kids. And Robin says that Kody, he really wants to hug the other kids, but sometimes they don't respond to him as he wants them to respond. It's not their job to make you look good. If your child all of a sudden is not responding by hugging you and they used to hug you, why don't you try to sit with a child and talk to the child or just be
out why
there?
That is.
Yeah, you just stop. Like, what are we? Are we two? You're supposed to be the leader in this family.
He doesn't act.
So the students came to the conclusion that the kids were happy and healthy. And Kody tried the best he could. And Antoinette thought that she wanted to be a sister wife because it was a supportive environment, but she doesn't want to have the husband. And Kody says this. He says, not a day goes by that I don't put in the effort in my relationships.
You sat there and told that lie to that camera.
Right.
Because you have 2 wives that you are not doing right by.
No.
Christine
or
and
their
Mary.
Children.
Or their children. So for you to sit there and say that, really, Kody?
Really?
Really?
You're working hard on your relationship with Robin and her kids.
You sure are.
Janelle really doesn't want you around 24/7.
So that's convenience for you.
Yeah.
But the ones that you really need to put in work, you completely neglect
them.
And
the ones that needed,
you don't
you're
care.
Not working on those relationships. You want to define what those relationships need to be now. And that is very unfair. And that's why Christine left. Because she's like, I wanted to be an equal wife. and you're not even giving me that. Like, do you understand that sex intimacy is a huge part of a relationship?
Especially a marriage, because nobody else
50%.
can give that to you but that person. But he has 4 other women who can give that to him. So he doesn't really care if you get it. Yeah. But you have only one man. That's why I think it's unfair. It's not like you have multiple partners or whatever. Yeah. You do, Cody. Yeah. So it's just not fair. No, that's how I felt. You know?
But anyway,
so I just felt that was just shameful, Cody.
But I'm like definitely seeing how this relationship's
disintegrated.
I'm seeing it as we get higher up into the different seasons. I'm seeing like exactly where the breakdown was. So
yeah, but we got something for y'all next episode.
Yes, so
it's Mary
and Alma.
Leave us a like.
Subscribe,
share,
and comment
down below.
Bye.